Thanks for coming to my channel, guys. Real estate, hottest topic since sliced bread on YouTube. Today we're going to talk about, if you want to get into real estate investing, what I do, and that way you can figure out if you want to make a career. And we're going to go ahead and show you a property that I just sold for $1.375 million. And I want to give you an idea of how you can make money in real estate by executing my strategy. Let's take a look. Okay, this is an Airbnb style home that I just finished. And I'm actually literally just turning my camera around because I'm so sick of dealing with computers right now. I couldn't figure out the screen grab. But anyway, so I built a pickleball court. There's the front of the house. It's a tri-level. Paid $700,000. I rented. This is everything I do. You can see the curb appeal, stucco, turf, pavers, black windows. So I bought it, rented it out as an Airbnb for a few years, and then I sold it. And this is the furniture, but the big selling point is the pool, the waterfall I put in, the pavers. You can see stucco, black yard, block wall. So if I can get a little closer here for you. There we go. All right, let's just scroll through these photos. Open kitchen. So that, guys, I'm not a construction guy. If you want to get into real estate, you need to learn how to be a businessman. I hire contractors, but I know everything in terms of how much they charge, plumbing. We had to replace all the plumbing in this house, drywall. I didn't learn this because I love being in construction. I learned this because that's what it takes to make money in real estate. You got to be an expert in the remodeling, the value adding. And you can see furniture. I furnished these units. This one has 5 bedrooms, 3 baths. Downstairs, what I did here is actually I split the wall right there. So this was one open room, and then guess what I did? I created a bedroom in the back. So that's the 5th bedroom. And then there's another bedroom down there. Tile. I spent a lot of time curating these properties. But again, paid $700, sold it for $1,375. Obviously, that's not including my expenses of remodeling it. But that just gives you an idea. This is in Arizona, and you have to understand. Let's go through a few more shots here. I also in the garage, by the way, did this epoxy, the Tesla charger, new roof, everything, guys. That's what you got to do in this market right now. Hopefully that gave you an idea, and that kind of helps you understand what real estate can be. You can buy undervalued properties, fix them up, and flip them, but you have to think of it in years, not months, meaning you want to find properties that you can sink your teeth into, maybe turn them into Airbnbs and then sell them later, or properties that you know you have a potential buyer that's going to pay big bucks. You don't want to get into small margin real estate right now. You want to get into places where people have money. Think about it. Would you rather be in Scottsdale or would you rather be in Detroit? You'd rather be in Scottsdale because there's money here. And that's the way you need to think about real estate. And what I want to tell you is there's 3 rules in real estate for your first lesson. Number 1, it's always price. People will make it about interest rates, financing, carrybacks. They have all these exogenous, complicated things. Real estate's price. The cheaper you can pay, the better you're going to be because you're going to need it to pay for all the expenses, the repairs, the insurance. So if you want to buy a rental property or you want to flip a house, get a good deal. Number 2 is friction. How much of a pain in the ass is it going to be to remodel it or rehab it? That's the number 1 thing in real estate because everyone's doing value add. You buy apartments, you say you're going to renovate them and then raise the rents. That's a value add. You're going to build more apartments. That's a value add. You're going to buy a house and flip it. Value add. So how much time and energy is it going to take you to do the value add? Is it super expensive with permits and different types of contractors and foundation issues and, historical societies? Then you might want to think, I need a huge profit to do something like that. Is it a quick 2-bedroom condo that you can buy it, rent it out, and then renovate it and sell it? Then you might take a lower margin because it's less friction. So everything in real estate comes down to price, friction, and the third most important in some ways is location. If you've ever watched Shark Tank, Barbara Corcoran, or Trump, or Sam Zell, or anybody that's well-known in real estate, they always say location, location, location. That is so important. Why? Because at the end of the freaking day, if you buy something, you got to sell it at some point, right? And if you're out in the sticks in the middle of the desert in Arizona, who the hell is going to buy it? That's one of the problems, by the way, when you hear all these land deals or people that are doing really complicated infill projects. Like they're going to say, hey, we're going to take 3 houses, knock them down. We're going to build 4 townhomes for $3 million and sell it for $5 million. Who the hell is going to buy the townhomes? That's going to take years. So that's location driven and it's friction driven. So the other thing in location is what part of the country are you in? You want to stick to Arizona, Texas, Florida, Nevada, Sun Belt population states that are getting new people, because those are your buyers in real estate investing. And finally, it's going to be micro location. Are you in a subdivision? Are you in a gated community? Are you in a golf course? Like, where is your exact location inside a city? For example, in Scottsdale, you have North Scottsdale, South Scottsdale, but then you have the city of Phoenix. Then you have Ahwatukee and Chandler and Tempe and Mesa and Glendale. So every one of those is a micro location. So it's the big picture location and then the small location. And finally, it's inside the neighborhood. Is your neighbor got 10 cars parked outside? Do you have a small lot butting up with no privacy to your neighbor? Are you backing a busy road? That's a huge key. Don't buy properties generally residential backing busy roads unless you're getting a massive discount. And even then, I wouldn't do it, because friction, you're not going to have a buyer if you can't get a buyer for one that's inside the neighborhood. It could take a year sometimes to sell properties that are on busy corners. So guys, to recap, you've got price, friction, and location. I just showed you one of my properties that I sold last year for $1.375 million. I'm a real estate investor based out of Scottsdale. If you want to learn real estate investing, I'm your guy. I'm going to give it to you very simply. I also have a big background in technology and e-commerce. I sold gym equipment for 10 years. That's where I made my money to get into real estate. I've also been a part of the company Redbox. I was one of the first employees in 2004. I was featured in the New York Times, Washington Post, as well as the Las Vegas Sun. Thank you so much. God bless. I also posted another video about doom scrolling. I know it's a little off topic, but I wanted people to know that part of making money in business in general is to have a good mental health, a good physical health, because otherwise you can't go out there and make any money. So if you're on social media scrolling too much, try to find people that you want to listen to that maybe can add value instead of always giving you fear. And that's not what we're going to do in real estate. Real estate is about making a career, making money, providing for your family, building assets and equity. And that's what this is all about, guys. God bless. Take care. And I'm going to try to have a real screen recorder next time.